Listener, this is our final episode on this series I've done this month. I called it Adult Friendship 101. It was a series on friendship for adults, and I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up week after week to sit in the discomfort, the reflection, the longing, and the learning as well too. Take a moment now. Just breathe deeply with me. And exhale. I want you to feel proud because this never was just a podcast. This was a reckoning. It was, for me, a remembering, a returning to a truth that you're not too much to be known, right? And let me talk a little bit about why this series was born for me. I created this series, these past episodes this month, because I know how it feels to crave friendship that actually means something. Not just chat groups, right? Not just game nights with friends, but real friendship. Like friendship with integrity, where your values match your actions, and friendship with intimacy, where people are invited to see into you. This wasn't just a project for me. It was a mission to help adults not only find deeper connection, but to grow within it, to shift from survival friendships to like soul-rooted ones. And my hope is that this library of conversations becomes a playlist that you can return to again and again. You'll find it, excuse me, under the Adult Friendships 101 category. And it's a journey, right? It's not meant to be binged and forgotten, but instead to be revisited and reflected on and shared. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to come back and watch it again, especially when friendships in your experience get difficult and hard. I want you to reflect again, especially when you feel lonely, right? I want you to share with others in your life, especially when they say, I don't know how to do this either, right? This isn't just content for me. It's a collection of ideas and stories and truths that you can come back to anytime and it will feel like home. Now, I want to talk to the ones who have felt too much. That's the heart of today's message that I want to share with you. This episode today is for you. If you've ever felt like the emotional one in the group, right? The one who cares too deeply, the one who remembers the little things even when no one else does, right? The one who's tired of surface level engagement, the one who longs for presence, for safety, and for truth, the one who's been told directly or indirectly, you expect way too much. So listen here, you're not too much. You're not too intense. You're not broken. You're just craving depth, right? You're just someone with a sensitive radar for what's real. And you've likely spent years in friendship where you had to suppress that part of you just so you could fit in. But now you have a new story to write. Because the more you honor what you really need, the more likely you are to find friendships that really and truly see you. You may lose a few connections along the way, but I think you'll also find the ones who say something like, "Thank you for asking the questions I didn't have the words for," or "Thank you for showing me that honesty and softness can coexist." You see, friendship isn't a destination, is it? It's not something that you figure out once and for all. No, I think friendships are fluid. They're seasonal. They're sacred. So let this series be like a mirror, not a set of rules, not a standard that you have to meet, but instead a mirror to reflect the kind of relational life you want to build. And if some episodes really stir grief, let that be okay. If others stirred hope, hold on to that, right? Because you're not too late. You're not behind. You're just becoming. And you don't have to do it alone. Yeah. Now, let's maybe just spend a moment and talk about what comes next. Starting tomorrow is the beginning of the month, May the 1st, I'm launching a brand new series, one that's deeply personal to me. And I'm calling this series Bridging the Divide Inside the Incel Community and a Path Towards Empathy. This will be a month-long exploration, so I'm going to have about 31 episodes into one of the most misunderstood, vilified groups in society, and that's the Incel community. Now, before you make assumptions or check out at this point, let me explain why this matters to me. There was a time in my own life when I felt deeply isolated and unseen and outside the circle, wanting access to connection, but feeling like I had no seat at the social table. I didn't call myself an incel, but I experienced something very similar. A lack of guidance, a growing frustration, a sense that I was untouchable, even though all I really wanted was to belong. And I remember thinking, if only someone could help make sense of this, right? If only someone cared enough to speak into this pain without shame. That's why this next series exists. It's not an excuse for harmful behaviors, no. It's not to defend misogyny or hatred, not at all, no. Instead, it's to build a bridge between those in the incel community and the rest of society. Because behind the term incel is often a human being with unmet needs, with pain, with a longing for connection they were never taught how to hold. So we're going to explore it all, the terminology, the ideology, the harm, the humanity, the stories, and the possibility for healing. And I want to make a promise. this this will not be a series that's rooted in shame. It will be rooted instead in understanding. Because I believe empathy isn't a weakness. It's actually a strength. It's a superpower. And it's how we build a better, safer, more connected world for everyone. So if you've been impacted by Adult Friendship 101, this past series of this month that we've gone through, if you've felt your own heart stretch towards healing and growth or clarity, then I want to personally invite you to continue with me into this next season. Because this isn't just a pivot in content. Instead, it's a continuation of the same theme. A continuation of themes of longing and connection and our shared humanity and the courage to see someone you don't understand and yet still choose to care. You're going to hear stories. You're going to hear pain and hope. And yes, you'll probably be challenged. But my hope is that you'll leave this next series more grounded in compassion, more fluent in what loneliness really sounds like, and more committed than ever to being the kind of human who chooses to build bridges instead of walls. So come back tomorrow. Bring your curiosity, bring your integrity, and bring your desire to be a part of something bigger. And if this series has meant something to you, share it. Let someone else know that there's a space here on the World Wide Web for people who feel deeply, and that there's more coming. Because this isn't the end, is it? No, it's a threshold. My dear listener, thank you for walking this far with me. And as always, go gently. Be kind to yourself, for you're doing much better than you think you are. See you tomorrow.